First fiction reader, Rabih Alameddine, is the author of the novels The Hakawati, I the Divine, Kool-Aids, and the story collection The Perv. He divides his time between San Francisco and Beirut, and he will be reading from An Unnecessary Woman.
Good evening. My novel is about a 72-year-old woman, somewhat of a recluse. She begins the novel by dyeing her hair accidentally blue, and it goes downhill from there. This section is about her husband, or ex-husband. He's dead. My mother wanted me to be grateful. He may have rejected me as superfluous waste. He may have treated me as merely the dispensable product of his rib. But still, I should be appreciative. Fortunate. For my mother, being a pathetic suitee was a gut above being a neglected second wife. She couldn't conceive of a world in which my husband didn't hold all the cards. In her world, husbands were omnipotent, never impotent. Mine thought of me as the cause of his humiliation and probably continued to blame his other wives. He couldn't risk having his women talk to one another. I would have loved to chat with his second wife, or his third. Did he continue to wear his ridiculously large hat that cruelly emphasized his small head? I could have asked, in all the years of marriage, did you ever see his penis? Did that shrivelly appendicle ever reach half-mast? When did he surrender? When did he end his fumbling humiliation in the dark? Was it a year, 6 months, a couple? I hazard it was merely a month. He pursued the charade for 7 months with me. In The Science of Right, Kant wrote, "Marriage is the union of two persons of different sexes for the purpose of lifelong mutual possession of each other's sexual organs." Kant obviously hadn't met my husband. Of course, like Descartes, Newton, Locke, Pascal, Spinoza, Kierkegaard, Leibniz, Schopenhauer, Nietzsche, and Wittgenstein, Kant never formed an intimate tie or reared a family. As a young woman, I was so frustrated never to have seen a man naked that I used to wait until my husband snored before lifting the covers, lighting a match within the enveloping womb of the mosquito net, and examining his body under buttoned cottons. The disappointment of discovering a worm in place of the monster. Of this, I was supposed to be afraid? This, the verge of fertility? Yet, I couldn't rein in my curiosity. I looked every chance I had by the light of a match, not a candle, because when quickly extinguished, its smoke was not as incriminating. The steady snores, the deep breathing, the lost world of sleep, never once caught, never discovered. 15 years ago, at 61, my husband died, a solitary passenger on a public bus, his head leaning at an awkward angle against the murky window. The bus drove 2 full routes, passengers ascending and alighting before the driver realized he was keeping the company with a lifeless man. Sometimes death arrives quietly. Wanting to put him to rest once more, I attended his burial, his final interment. No keening or wailing at his funeral. In the open casket, he lay dead. Someone had combed his hair flat and awkward, as if he'd just taken off his imbecilic hat. Seated all around me, the mourning women could not help but giggle and gossip. He had died with an erection that would not relent. Priapism in the final throes, an irony worthy of Svevo. In death, Eros triumphed. In life, Thanatos had. My husband was a Freudian dyslexic.